I think by now we should have been on maybe episode 8. System down. We're back. Brand new kit. Brand new everything. Here's episode 2. Roll the intro. Hello and finally welcome back to episode 2 of Non-League to Glory. I'm Adam, and on today's episode we have an away game against Darlington and a home game against Blyth Spartans as we kick off our Non-League to Glory season with Alfreton Town. Before we get started into that, let's have a look at the transfers that we have brought in, and there's still some ongoing. So as we mentioned before, it was a weak team, and so I've done a massive overhaul with only one player I think surviving from the previous time we had a look. I may have broken Alfreton before we've started, but here's Billy O'Brien, 23-year-old Welsh goalkeeper, 3-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability, previously with Manchester City. We have Joel Mavove, who is a 18-year-old central midfielder, can play defensive as well, 2-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability, previously with Stoke. We have Jordan Cork, English 19-year-old centre-back, 2.5-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, formerly of Everton. We have Umberto Otranto, 21-year-old Italian, defensive midfielder, central midfielder, 4-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, former Napoli player. Now this guy is currently at a National League level and with potential to be a League One player. He's our currently best defensive midfielder and currently our best central midfielder. He signed us on £425 per week with a contract extension after promotion of 1 year, and so hopefully we can get him for another year if we were to get promoted. Also signed Connor Russo, 1-star current ability, 3-star potential ability. Did look a lot better than this prior to the other signings arriving. He's only on £45 per week. It's only a year's contract. We're not going to have him after this year. Set him for release already. Former Stoke player. We also have Gideon Adu Pepra, Ghanaian left back, 3-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, former Newcastle and Manchester City player. We have Odysseus Spirides, a Greek 18-year-old striker, 2-star current ability, 4-star potential ability, released from West Ham, and we pick him up. Another one of these that we got on £60 per week. That's Bo Russo, Spirides, Mavove, all on cheap deals. Next we have Chiori Johnson, 21-year-old defensive right back, 4-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, former Arsenal and Bolton player, and like Otranto, big things expected. Currently operating at a National League level. He's potential to be a League One right back of the future. Unlike Otranto, we only have this guy for a year, £625 per week. I don't expect us to keep him after this year. I think the big clubs are going to come sniffing round him. Next one we have is Ibrahim Tal, 3-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, central defender, former Massey 91 and Nantes player. Then we have Pietro Romano, a Italian 90-year-old central defender, 3-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, former Palermo player. Then we have Jamie Lacey, a 90-year-old goalkeeper, 1.5-star current ability, 4-star potential ability, former Watford player. And there's more. Malaki Peinado Pate, 1-star current ability, 3-star potential ability. Like previous, before some other signings made their appearances, he looked a little bit better than he was. He's not, and will probably only be with us for the year. Former Tottenham and Crystal Palace player. We have Francesco Ferrara, Italian 20-year-old centre-back, 3-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability, formerly of Juventus. We have Okera Simmons, 3-star current ability, 5-star potential ability. We're paying £140 per week of his loan deal from Alfreton. He's a right winger, can play attacking midfield and can also play up front. Former Liverpool and Blackburn player. We have Junior Selle, French 20-year-old striker, 3-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, who is signed from Auxerre. We have Mohamed Najari, 21-year-old French right winger, 3-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability, and he comes in from Reims. We have Khalid Simon, English 18-year-old right winger, can also play on the left, 2.5-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, and he comes in from RADEON. We have Morgan van Kovenberg, French 18-year-old defensive midfielder, 3.5-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, and he was with Lille. Alassane Mete, Ivorian 19-year-old striker, 2.5-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, formerly of Paris Saint-Germain and Leicester. We have Ronaldo Brown, English left winger, 2.5-star current ability, 4-star potential ability, previously with Oldham. We have Baptiste Gautier, French 20-year-old central midfielder, 3.5-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, formerly of Rennes. We have Dorian Samba, Congolese left winger, 20-year-old, 4-star current ability, 5-star potential ability. This one again, currently operating at National League level, potential to be a League One player of the future, and he comes in from Reims. We have Will Patching, who is a 2.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability, 20-year-old centre midfielder, can also play attacking, formerly with Manchester City, then released by Notts County. We have Cameron Stanley, who is an English 18-year-old striker, 2-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, formerly of Everton. We have Lucas Fontana, French 21-year-old central midfielder, 3-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, former Marseille player. And Angel, 27-year-old Spanish striker, 4-star current ability, 4-star potential. He is as good as he's going to be. Formerly of Linares, Jean, Linares again, Mancha, then Martos. Does score goals at the level that he's been at. He is a good player for most National League sides, so should be a couple of years with him, but we've got plenty of backup for him. And then outgoings, as we'll see that when I arrived, so just after Penique, we literally got rid of almost everybody, with one player who isn't being the easiest to move on, simply because a lot of these players, once we brought in some of the other players, even some of the lower paid players, they weren't good enough, or they were unhappy, or they just didn't want to be there. They weren't going to make the grade. It was a weak team. We got a lot of money coming in, £48,000. A fair few free transfers going out of the club just to get them off the wage bill, and I'm pretty sure we're not paying any little weekly wages parts to them, and so that's the ins and outs. Going into the competitions now, the squad that I have prepared has gone from being around 7-1 in about 12th in the media guide to now 1-2 odds on favourite. We have Chiori Johnson and Angel as the two players that's in that dream team, but our best two players are Chiori Johnson and Dorian Samba. So the media is expecting us to go up. The board still want a mid-table finish, and then next year the playoffs, so we should be on course with the squad that we've built. Back to schedule, and let's have a look. So We will be playing Darlington next, so that's the one that we've got up next. We'll go through the tactics in a second. If we also look at what I'm trying to do, bringing in, we've got a lot of loan players that I'm trying to get in just to strengthen the squad up. We've got Jack Bainbridge there from Sunderland, Dylan Faig from Oldham, Lewis Bootroyd from Scunthorpe. Dylan Faig was the first choice. He's just been offered another loan deal somewhere else higher up, so we're expecting him to go there. So Bootroyd we went in for just to try and get that one in. There was a couple of signings that we tried to get in that they rejected the contracts instantly. They didn't want to know. We've got Ruben Sammer, Jordan Gibson, Benjamin Kimpionka, all looking to try and get those in on loan. We've also got on future prospect deals Chanau, Yari and Ethan Stanton looking to come in, and then we've got Nicholas Garmendia, and that, with the odd exception, should give us a better squad to go into the season. So let's get the first game underway. So it's today against Darlington, away from home. We are the favourites, and we'll be starting off with O'Brien. Let's just change that because he does want to be a goalkeeper. Let's get O'Brien in there. So O'Brien in net, back four of Adu Pepra, Romano, Tal and Johnson, Van Couvenberg, Gautier, Otranto, Samba Najari and Angal up front. The bench is Andrew, Ferrari, Selle, Fontana and Cork. We have Ronaldo, Brown and Simmons. Obviously they don't play the 6 and 7 substitutes, just the first 5. So that'll be our team today. Our captain for the season is Billy O'Brien. Otranto's the vice captain. And hopefully we start off with a win. So go out there and impress me. First game of the season. Let's get these settings right. There we go. Get my chance here, so I'll just watch this first. Angal, Adu Pepra in, nobody there, but Najari's picked up the loose ball, and where there should have been somebody, there wasn't. Tal, Chiori Johnson, Gautier, Najari, and Najari's a lot of loose balls there. Tal, Johnson, Tal, Najari, finds Johnson, and it's in. Oof, Samba. Let's get these changed. League table. So we're in for we've got a gegenpress style with a 4-3-3. You can see early stage of dominating possession, and I think this will be their first chance at goal, and it's in. So Darlington 1-0 up against Alfreton, and this still, despite what we've done, could be a long season. That's an awful goal. It's Rivers, Hatfield, over the top. Adu Pepper's there to scoop the ball up. Kinda don't want him to do that. Back pass in non-league level. Najari all on his own. Over the top. Finds Angel. And that is a screamer. Debut goal for Angel. Najari, who's struggled to find somebody all game, has found Angel, and we are 1-1. Keeper over the top. Nice route one. Najare over the top to Angel. Angel shoots. Great goal. Already early on showing that he's probably above this level. To half time and on to the team talk. Yeah, we are happy with the performance. If you look at that, seven shots, 60% possession. Team's still got a, I know, Brian with the spectacular save there. But we're doing everything that we need to do, but there's a lot of blending that needs to be done with the current team. A lot of incomings and outgoings. So Tranto now over the top, finds Najare. Oh, it's a penalty. It's a penalty. Could be 2-1 here. Should be a Tranto. Oh, and it's straight down the centre. What an absolute waste. Romano, Gautier. To nobody. Shuri Johnson. Oh, what an awful ball. What an awful ball. A lot of passing going astray in this game. Pepra, Tranto, Pepra, Valkenvenberg. I can't say Valkenvenberg. Van Korvenberg. Tackled now. Romano over the top. Just to nobody though. A lot of wayward balls today. Tal. Back out. Najare. Gautier. Johnson's made the run. It's in. Oh! Angle poaches, but that shot from a Tranto is disallowed for offside. Oh, really? Look at this, a Tranto. Sure, he is miles off a Tranto. Oh. Miles offside though there. God, Tranto deserved that goal though. Would have been nice there. I do Pepra. Comes to nothing. Let's have a look. Tranto having a poor game because he's missed the penalty. Gautier is having a poor game. I'm going to bring Fontana on. I don't want to take Angel off. That's all we can do for now. And it's at times like this that it'd be nice to have those extra 2 subs, because Najari would be off. I know he's got an assist, but he's just been wasteful. Gautier picks out Johnson on the overlap. It's in, but nobody's there. Oh, and Thompson. Unchallenged. Oh. It was coming. It was coming because we just wasted possession, passes going astray, unchallenged. Thompson failing to deal with the ball twice, and bottom corner. He couldn't stop the goal, but all the build-up was avoidable. Let's have a look. What can we do? Let's take a Trento off. Tilt front. It's time to get creative. Oh, and he's through again. And but for O'Brien, we could have been 3-1 down in a nightmare start for non-league to glory. I don't think the media's prediction is quite right. Not if they're watching today's game. Najari gets it. And he could have released earlier, he's kept hold of it. And he's been wasteful, and he's been wasteful again. Absolute comes to nothing. He could have released that a lot earlier. Let's get Ferrari on. For Town. Campbell with a goal kick. Johnson heads. And it's Selly who's on. Selly goes alone. It's wide. And look at the opportunities we've had. 14 shots, 60% possession. And we're 2-1 down, and could have been 3. Oh, Samba gets it now. He's been quiet all game. We've barely seen Samba. He's on the wrong side. And he scores all alone. Dorian Samba. He's popped up when we've just needed him. Look at that. From the halfway line. From the outside, chops off the left, comes down the right, goal. And it'd be sickening if they score here. Over the top, dealt with by Romano, Pepra, Fontana. Najari, who needs to release it earlier, he does. And Selly's in again. Selly at the keeper. Hits the post from the angle. This remains 2-2. Johnson, Selly, Fontana over the top angle. Turns back to Selly, into the box. Oh, just over by Samba. I mean, they've had 2 on target and scored 2. Throw in now. Angel. Oh, Selly's won it. Selly has won it. Angle with an assist, an offside goal and a goal. But Selly has scored the winner. That 2 up front has helped no end. We have looked more dangerous since we put Selly on to partner Angel. Angel shouldn't have even been able to get it in, and Selly's header. It's a good goal. 3-2. And Najari now with a free kick. Oh! And I think the scoreline is it makes us look better than we actually were. But Ferrari on as a sub and Selly with an assist there. And it's 4-2, so we end that 23 shots on 23 shots, 10 of them on target, almost 60% possession. Tell them it was a nice victory. So on to game against Blyth Spartans at home. Angel's carrying a little bit of an injury, so he steps out. The two new signs that's joined us is Garmendia and Bainbridge, so they're onto the bench. Garmendia needs a bit of match fitness, and Bainbridge was signed as a backup to Chiora Johnson. So we're going to start with O'Brien, Adu Pepra, Romano, Tal Johnson, Vancouvenberg, Otranto, Gautier, Najari, Samba and Selly on his own up front. Moore's better as an advance forward. And then we're going to see how that plays. It may be that when Angel's back we'll look at putting two up top and probably leaving two in midfield and going as more of a 4-2-4, 4-2-2-2. So let's get this underway. Should be winning this game against Blyth. We are the favourites, and we've just come off that victory away from home 4-2 at Darlington, and so it's the perfect opportunity. Selly plays it to nothing but rescues the ball back, ricochets off Johnson. Johnson's been good in the last game. Gautier, Johnson, Gautier, Johnson gets free, plays it in, but it's to Otranto, and then Gautier, and passing side to side at the moment. Selly, oh, and he scored another. It's his second goal of the season. Been on the pitch 5 minutes on his full debut. Johnson gets the assist, but I'm pretty sure this was from nothing really. Another header, I think. Let's have a look at this. Johnson in, steps back and header. Great goal. 1-0. Callaghan, Dale, Selly. Selly's on the ball again, running. Too many men round him. Ricochets all over. Gautier gets it back. Selly's been played in. Pass one. Oh! And he's fighting for every single ball. I think Selly will be likely to score another today. Otranto takes this over the top. Verkovenberg, Gautier. Vorkovenberg with goes all the way round. Otranto now. Otranto plays it in. Gautier. With Selly brought on, we do look a lot more dangerous in this game. 60% possession again, 4 shots. Apart from this last one, each one has been a highlight for us. It's still only the 1 goal. With 2 teams on 6 points at the moment, if it stays like this, us and Gateshead. Let them know they have to guard against complacency. We'd love 2 wins to start the non-league glory season. Wow. I'm going to have to see this again. That was a great goal. Free kick from Otranto. Oh, bends it into the top corner. That's a fantastic goal. Memorable moment. First goal. Great goal as well. After the poor game, yeah, I mean, he said he had a poor game, but I mean, he had an amazing shot that hit the post. I think they're a bit harsh on him and that's got to be the worst own goal. Sorry, but that's got to be the worst own goal as well there from Callaghan, who just literally goes into slow motion across his line. And Samba there, being the danger, just pops up, hits the ball, and then Callaghan, in acres of space, turns it in. And it's fortunately 3-0. I've got a few players on running low. I do want to give Garmendia a game, so I'm going to take Gautier off and put Garmendia on. Put him as an attacking Mazzala. And then we also need to get Joey Johnson off, so we'll give Bainbridge his debut. Remain as that, and then I think that's going to be it now. I'd probably get Matey on a little bit later. Romano over the top. Samba's there. Samba in. Can't get it to Selle. Otranto's got it now. Shoot! Verkaan van Berg, Adu Pepra. Dale. And we've just let him run at that. That's when they scored. When Darlington scored last. When we just let them run through. Romano. Bainbridge, Romano over the top, Samba's there, Adu Pepra over the top, Callaghan gets it away, Otranto's got it, hit it, no, Romano, Otranto, now he hits it, and a goal, I told him to hit it, 4-0, Umberto Otranto, my word, that's a good player. Great goal into the bottom corner. 4-0. A justifiable 4-0 as well. I think we've absolutely battered Blyth today. We're not going to bring Matey on. Otranto with 2 great goals, and that's an own goal there, plus Selle, which early on was fighting for everything. Let him know I'm very pleased with that. Why wouldn't I be? So let's have a look now. So 8 goals scored in 2 games. We'll have a look at the table first. So we're top of the table after 2 games with a 6-goal difference and 2 wins. There is 5 of us sharing that top spot so early on. Alfreton, we're top. Alfreton, York, Bradford, Gloucester and Curzon. The likely 2 teams that I thought would be up there. York, obviously, because they're have a pretty good strong squad. Kidderminster's the other one as well, and I'm shocked that Darlington are down there, but what do I know? Let's have a look at the schedule. So that's the first 2 games played. What we're going to do is we're going to get a chunk of these games out of the way. So we're going to probably play York, Telford, Altrincham, Hereford, Spennymoor, and you will probably join me back as we pick up against Boston. So next game against Boston. Great start to the episode. Let's hope this continues, and I'll see you on the next episode. We are heroes tonight.